Hello, 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 and hello. And welcome to Vessel of Hope. Everyone, it's Tuesday. I'm here to give you a Tuesday goodness, your Tuesday greatness, your Tuesday time to step away from the work week and what's going on in the world. And it is a lot for us to have a conversation today. And we are so glad that you are here with us today. Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome, welcome to Vessel of Hope. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hey, you know what I need for you to do for me? I need for those of you that are watching there on Facebook, I need you to go ahead and give a love button. Love it, love it, love it. And share on your wall so others may see and say, what is going on? Let me see what's saying. And you could also go ahead and follow so you can know when we're going live, just in case you have a special, because you never know. You never know what can happen, right? So in case you have a special, you'll be able to get that notification there. And for those of you there that are on YouTube, my YouTubers, you know what I need for you to do for me. Go ahead and like as well, like, love, do what you need to do and share it on your YouTube page as well. And don't forget to click the notification bar so you can know when we go live as well, so you can be a part. We love you, love you. Thank you for being a part of Best of Hope family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking, for loving, and for sharing. And don't forget, send your comments in, because why? We are having a conversation. Son, right, Prophet Loretta, we are having a conversation today, Prophetess Diaz. So today we're going to be talking about, did you catch the train? Did you catch the train? Did you catch the train? I was here. I was moving between different titles of what we're going to talk about. This is subject of what we were going to talk about today. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, what is happening? What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world? What's going on? And then I remember the Long Island Railroad. I said, the Lord brought it to me about the Long Island Railroad. I'm trying to comfortmanize myself on my seat. So the Lord brought it to my attention, to remembrance of the Long Island Railroad, that they were on strike. Starting at, was it Sunday? Was it Sunday or Monday? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I forgot what day it was. It was Saturday. Saturday. It was Saturday. They started strike Saturday at 12 midnight. They started strike. I haven't followed through much with it. I think it's because of the raise of pay. I'm not quite sure. I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, someone correct me that knows the full details. But because of raise of pay, so Long Island Railroad workers, they went on strike. So it caused a big commotion here in New York. It caused a big commotion because for those of the most of the individuals work in the city, Manhattan. For those of you who don't really know, work in the city. So they catch the Long Island Railroad. They had to get off in Brooklyn, Atlantic Avenue, to jump onto whatever train they need, or they get off of 42nd Street and get and take whatever train they need to work around to get to the city, and so on and so forth. So that caused a big uproar. So then they had to get the buses in, to shuttle individuals from Long Island to certain parts, to catch to Jamaica Avenue, to catch their train to get there. I don't know if they were shuttling people into Brooklyn there, but it was a mess. It was a mess. So I was following, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna get off strike, because I had to get some things done. So I'm like, if the Long Island Railroad is striking, that means a lot of people are either working from home, or they're gonna be driving into the city, which is gonna cause more traffic for me when I'm driving. So I'm like, oh, I gotta try to work the schedule. So I'm like, Lord, what's gonna happen? I hope these people really, because obviously everyone needs to be paid a good amount, because cost of living has gone up. It's not that kind of show we're talking about, but I just want to say this. My nephew and I were having this conversation in the car. We were talking about how, cost of living has gone up, but a lot of individuals, their pay have not gone up. So it causes an uproar. It causes a setback, because now people have to move back home with their parents to try to make ends meet, or you have to get like 3 roommates to come into your 1-bedroom apartment so you can pay your rent, you can have somewhere to live, pay your bills. So it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on in the world when it comes to that. For those of you who are financially stable, your house is paid out for, or however it is for you, you're working your budget very well, you're stretching the coins, and everything is working out. The Lord bless you, God favor and great. But there are people out there who really having a hard time. And going back to the Long Island Railroad, why they had to go on this little strike. But I was waiting. Breaking news last night. Breaking news. The strike is over at 12 o'clock today. The trains were running again. So I want to ask you, did you catch the train? Did you get the train? Because at 12 o'clock today, this afternoon, trains were running, and I was listening to 1010, and a lot of individuals were excited. They said yes, they actually took the shuttle buses in because they know they will have the train to come back. So, Prophetess Loretta, did you catch the train? Let's talk about that. Did you catch the train? So that's what was going on. That's what's going on right now in New York. So the Long Island the strike is over at 12 noon. They're rolling through, which is good and bad at the same time because yes, Prophet Loretta, 92 degrees. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is true. 90, 95, 95. I was outside. I was like, oh my God. Okay, my control apostle. I said, I'll sign up for human already, and we're not even in the summertime. In the summertime, it's fall. But going back to the train, and let's talk a little bit about train as we're going to be dealing with train. In the train station, when I lived in Brooklyn and I would have to take the train to yes, Providence Diaz, it is way too hot for all of that. And I had to take the train. This when I was going to college in the city, and I would take the B or the Q and get off at Atlantic Avenue, right? Yeah, and jump on the two or the three or the four or the five. Most of the time, two or the three to get to Chambers Street, right? Or and so I can get to Chambers Street to get off to walk to Wirt Street, work in Broadway to go to college. So Atlantic Avenue at that time, I don't know now. I haven't taken the train in a while, but at that time they had no air at that particular stop. So summertime you're walking through the heat. For those of you who know New York and who ever visit New York and you know some of the train stations, how it is, some of the subways, how the stops are, and you're walking through that heat, and you took a nice shower, you're fresh, you're crisp, you're good for class or for work, but then you get up at Atlantic Avenue and that heat just hits you, and you go and you're standing there and you're like, oh my gosh. And it's just torturous. It's torturous. But now I hear that they're doing great things. They're putting heating in there. So the subway system, the train system was a little bad. I don't know about now, but it was a little bad then having to deal with that heat. But here's one thing about dealing with the train station, right? Or jumping on the train. Did you catch the train? Jumping on the train. Sometimes you can get on the wrong train and get comfortable. Had that ever happened to you? Or for those individual who drives, or you get off the wrong stop and you thinking you're driving off the wrong exit, and you're thinking this is your exit, you're going, you're like, oh yeah, I'm fine, right, Mother Dennis, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know. I think this is the wrong station. See, Prophet Diaz said it depends on the train, on the station. Absolutely. Yeah. So I hear some of them have AC. So now it depends on the station. Okay. So I guess some of the station do not have AC still. Ooh, boy, my Lord. So yeah. So you ever get on the wrong train, and you're like, oh, you're so comfortable. I remember this happened to me one time. Again, I was going to school, and I'm rushing, I take the B or the Q, and sometimes, for those of you who know a little bit about New York train system, sometimes if they're doing work on one track, they will put that train on another track, right? Just so it can get to on some stops to go while they work on another track. So I again the two to three to get off of Broadway. So now I'm running. I'm get up at Atlantic. I'm running. I rush upstairs, run up them flights to catch, and I'm running, and I get there like, oh, thank God. Not reading signs that, hey, construction has happened. This a train is gonna move to this stop. So I get on. I wait there. The train comes, and obviously I'm there thinking, hey, is it the two and the three gonna come on this particular track? So the first train that comes, I don't think at that time they had the sign, because they had now they have like they're high tech now, right? They tell you number two train is gonna be here in 5 minutes. It's so you get excited now, but that back then they didn't have those. So running, and the train comes, and I run in the train, and I sit down. I'm like, woo! I'm so excited to get my seat. I get a seat, which is a rarity at certain time getting a seat on the train. So I sit there and I'm comfortable, like, oh man, this is great. I'm excited. Woo! So I'm sitting, and I'm realizing that I'm going, and I'm listening out, and I'm like, and I'm comfortable because I'm excited to get a seat. And I'm realizing that this train is passing some stops that I didn't pass yesterday on my way to school, or last week on my way to school. All of a sudden the stops are different. I'm supposed to be passing Park Avenue. I'm supposed to be passing the Brooklyn Bridge. And I'm like, I'm noticing I'm not going over the bridge. It's very strange. It's very weird right now. Very weird right now. Then I realize, and I look up, and I noticed that I'm not on the 2 or the 3, but I'm like on a random, like an A train, a random train. I'm like, what the world this train doing over here? This is it's not the A train because the A don't really run on that side of Atlantic. But I said, what in the world is this dude? I'm on the wrong train, and I'm comfortable, and I'm happy I got a seat, right? Private Letter said they know they wasn't going to let the strike last long, knowing the World Cup. Soccer's coming. Who they think they fooling? All revenue they going to make. Starting in June in New York. You're absolutely right. That's the same thing Apostle said yesterday. Apostle said they're gonna have to end the strike because the World Cup is coming, and that's good. They're gonna be losing money. So Governor Hogo had to kind of get herself together, like, okay, we got to work something down here because we're losing money if this happened. So you're absolutely right. I didn't know the last time I was on a train. Yeah, Prophet Loretta, you and me both. I'm just gonna have to jump on the train just to jump it on the sake. And now they have this other pass. My brother was telling me it's not a Metro card, it's the U pass, whatever pass it is, some kind of pass they have now. I'm gonna look like a weirdo trying to figure out that pass how to go. So I told my brother when we go on the train, he's gonna go with me. So let's continue. So here we go. So you ever got on a train, you got comfortable, as I told the story before, getting on a train, get comfortable. So what train are you on that's gotten comfortable? Right? All right, Loretta, what train are you on that's gotten comfortable? Right? The Omni Pass. Yes, Prophet Loretta, I said the Omni Pass. I'm gonna have to figure that out. The Omni Pass. What train have you gotten on that you gotten comfortable? Agreeing with conversations or statement that goes against your belief. That's how we get comfortable. We sit on the train, we're comfortable, we're just glad we got a seat. We're glad this train got some AC coming in the heat, or we glad we don't even have to worry about transit and the heat because they blast that heat in the wintertime. But we're glad that we got some AC in the summertime, so we're comfortable. And we're so comfortable that we that just become nonchalant about anything. So what train have you gotten on that you've been so comfortable on that you're sitting among people that are having conversations that's against your belief, but you're so comfortable you're still sitting there, right? Or you're being comfortable with people cursing and drinking in front of you and you're not saying anything. These are trains. These are trains that you get on, that you sit there and, oh, at least I'm not drinking. You can drink. I hear people say that a lot. Oh, it's okay. You can drink. I'm not drinking, but you can drink. No, you cannot drink in my presence. No, because just in case you order a drink and they gonna put that drink down and actually put it right in front of me, and a saint from Healing Sanctuary pass by and see a bear right in front of me. Oh, Pastor Marcelle drinking. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And that's how your name gets scarred. So what train have you gotten on that you gotten so comfortable with people drinking around you or people or individual cursing around you and you don't interject, you don't say anything about it. I have, all of my family members are not saved. So some of them are unsaved. So they can get so passionate and so annoyed and so aggressive, and then they say some words and then they say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't curse in front of you. You all are Christians. I'm sorry. Because it slips out. But they understand. Don't you can't do that. Don't do it so comfortably. You don't have a conversation and think it's comfortably, So what train have you gotten on? Because you have achieved, your goal, or you reached the apex of your career. Now humility is not there. What train? What train? The passive Loretta said the passive train. Yeah, you gotta watch that. The passive train. Yes. What train have you gotten on that you've gotten so comfortable? What train have you gotten on? You need to get off of that train. You need to get off of that train. You need to get off of that train, because when you sit on something that's so comfortable, sit in some place that's wrong and so comfortable, it can get into your spirit. It can spew into you. And then all of a sudden you start thinking like the person you were hanging around. All of a sudden you find it comfortable with people drinking around you, smoking around you. It becomes nothing, but you need to get off that train. You need to get off that train. When we were in Greece, we noticed in Greece and Italy, all over Greece, Rome, and Turkey, all three of these places, you're allowed to smoke wherever you are. So we're sitting in a restaurant. Apostle and I, of course, we got on our mask. We take off our mask till our food come. I know people looking at us like, what's wrong with you? But we took out our mask when the food come. Then we took out our mask when it's time to pray and eat. But everywhere you go in Greece, in Rome, and in Turkey, it was free smoking. They every restaurant, everywhere you went, individuals were able to smoke. They were able to smoke. They had hookers galore. not hookers, the strippers, but hookers, the thing that you smoke. They had that galore in every restaurant, in every place. It's not like, oh, it's partial, you can only do it here and not here. Everywhere, people were vaping in every restaurant you went to. Everywhere you went, you passed anywhere, they're smoking, and that's all in your face. All, and after a while, I was like, oh my God, I can't. It's going through a mask. It's going through my mask. But that's their culture. That's what they do. But when they see us with the mask on, they know, oh yeah, they're not smoking. They're not smoking. And the people that we were with, you know, yeah, they're not smoking. They're not smoking. So some people will be kind enough, right? Some people will be kind enough that if they were smoking and they realize, hey, hey, cousin Samantha, they say, oh, you know what? These people look like they might be they look a little Christiany. They look like Christiany. So let me kind of like put that away. Let me put with my little vape away, right? Right? Because it look a little, right? So it's a train you get on. It's a train you get on. When you're in certain trains, people will do what they want to do. And you can't say you can't do that, you can't do because you're on that train. That's their train, right? That's their train. You're on the wrong train. That's their train. That's how they do it in Rome. That's how they do it in Greece. That's how they do it in Turkey. That's their train. They smoke everywhere. I can't be like, every single one of you stop smoking because I'm here. Nope. I just have to govern myself accordingly. Keep a mask on till it's time to eat. Take a mask off, eat, put right back on and finish eating, right? And get back to the hotel room and get in our space where there's no smoking allowed, right? So be careful with the train you get on, right? You need to get off of the train that you're on. Yeah, nobody respect. You're right. You're right, Prophetess Diaz. They lack the respect. They need to stop all that. It's true. It's true. I think in those countries they may have the highest rates of maybe lung cancer because the amount, I'm telling you, everywhere you see people that look like they're 13, 14, just smoking, just vaping, and it's like, oh my gosh, wow. It's like a epidemic. It's bad. It's really, really bad. It's really, I feel bad. That's the part that I feel so bad about. It's really bad. Like it's and then Apostle kept saying, I've never seen so much women smoke in my life. In my every corner is like a woman just puffing. You're like, wow. It's like, wow. It's really a wow, wow. It's something else. So get off those trains, right? Get off of those trains. So here's something. Here's an unspoken rule for the New Yorkers. You may know. For those of you that are not New Yorkers, I'm giving you a lot of New York tools here today. So when you come visit, know about these trains, right? Here's an unspoken rule in New York that I'm sure my New Yorkers will agree with, right? It's an unspoken rule in New York, right? Do not run for the train. That's it. Did you catch the train? Do not run for the train. One thing you know, don't get on the wrong train and get comfortable. Because what's gonna happen is gonna be bad for you. Because you're gonna have to get off that train, go down, come back up, come around. It's gonna be bad for you. Don't get comfortable on it. But again, the next thing, do not run for the train. That's right. Do not run for the train. That's an unspoken New York rule. Why do they tell you don't run for the train? Because it's always the next one behind. And now we have the thing that tells you, oh, the next train will be here in about 3 minutes. The next train will be here in about 4 minutes, right? The next one will come, no need to read. See, Travis Diaz, you know the rule. You know the unspoken New York rule. A next train will come. Do not run. So that's a life lesson for us. Do not run for the train because there's going to be another train that's going to come there for you. There's always another one behind. Stop running for the train. Stop running after after that thing that doesn't belong to you. Sometimes, we get our priorities mixed up. We get it thrown off in the wrong place. We put our focus on things that you don't need to focus on. Focus on other things, but you're like, oh, I'm gonna focus on this. Don't focus on that. Stop focusing on it. That's the train. That's the wrong train you're on, and you're running after it. Don't run after it. Get off of it. Right? Get off of it. Stop running after things that do not belong to you. Stop running after people that do not want to deal with you. In Guyana, we have this thing say the buying friendship or buying relationship. Those individual male or women that are man or female that if they're in a relationship with someone, they always gotta buy them something. I knew this person that she was in this relationship with this guy, and see them coming to church, and mother people was like, yeah, she should bring your mind to church. I was like, I didn't even know that this guy was there, but she bought him church, and then she told Mother P, yes, I bought that outfit for him, I bought that new shoes for him. She dressed him up, buy him stuff all the time. She's on the wrong train. She running up to the wrong train. A few months later, she came out of church. Mother P's like, where your mind? Where your boyfriend there? All of a sudden, what happened? He broke up with her. And then she began to tell other people, yeah, and I bought him this, I bought him that, I'll buy him all this stuff, and so on. Why? Because you're buying a relationship. Buying a relationship. You're buying a relationship. Stop running after that train. Stop running after that train. Stop running after where you have to be the one to buy someone's love. Don't buy someone. Love yourself more. Don't buy love from someone. I can't stand that nonsense where a woman after running after a man and she gotta buy him things and take care of him, or a man running after a woman and it's like, I gotta make sure that she's this and that. And it's not even a spouse. They're just in a relationship, just dating or whatever. Why are we doing that? Stop buying those things. You're on the wrong train. Stop running after it. Stop running after that train. Relax, slow your pace. Another train is coming. Stop running after positions that you know you are not qualified for. You know that, I want this position. You know you're not qualified for it. You know you can't do the job only because your coworker said they're gonna do it. They're more qualified. They're equipped. They put in an application, everything. And you're like, I'm gonna try to get that too. You're not qualified. Don't do that. Don't. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. What's for you is for you. That's right. That's right, Providence Diaz. What for you is for you. Some women have a low self-esteem, and that is true. Providence Diaz is absolutely right. Some individuals have low self-esteem, so they feel like they have to run after trains, right? Or buy that love, or buy that relationship, or even buy a friendship, right? Because they're so desperate, they desire, they want that, and that's not for them. That's not for them, right? Right. Prophetess Beverly Jackson. So stop running after train, right? When you stop running, you will see that the other train is right behind you. That's it. Did you catch the train? If you didn't catch it, don't run for it. Don't run for it, because when you stop running, the other train is right behind. It's pulling up. Boom, boom. Look at the sign. It says the next number 4 train is 1 minute away. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run for it. It's 1 minute away, right? So the train is right behind what? That train that has you just there, like, you know what? Just what you need. That train that's coming behind is the exact train that you need. Don't be like me and running and jumping the wrong train and got excited that I got a seat, then realize it's the wrong train I'm on. Then I had to get off when I realized where I was at, trying to catch my bearings to know exactly what part I'm at, and then bam, run back downstairs, come up, come around, go through, walk 50 million miles in the subway to get around to get to the right train that I need to get to. Why? Because I was almost got comfortable because I was happy I got a seat, right? So I got off the train, and then when I waited, I made sure it was the right train. And if I missed it, I'm not running for it. I've never run for a train, never run for a train, because again, the right one is behind you. So don't run for that train because that person that's supposed to love you for who you are is at the train behind you. Right, Miss Patricia? Easy the train right behind you, right. That position that you know that you are not qualified for, it's better. Save yourself the stress and the hard work. So sometimes missing the train was the best thing that ever happened to you. You ever realize that? Sometimes missing the train was the best thing that ever happened to you. Because you've heard many stories that of people who ran for train, and they said, oh, I missed that train, and then up ahead something happened on that train. Either the tracks went out or some crazy thing, or they always say, if I taken that train, I would have got to work at this time, and that's when all hell broke loose. Or if I've taken that train and I got off at the stop I need to get off, I would have crossed the street and I would have been the one that got hit by that car. If I taken that train and I got to work, and the gunman would have come in, and I would have been the one caught in a crossfire. So what happened? Sometimes missing that train is the best thing that happened to you. Breaking up with that ex was the best thing that ever happened to you, right? Because now you realize, man, he was ugly with his bald head and his big belly self. You didn't notice that before because you were sitting on that train comfortable. But after you realize, let me get off this train. Let me get off this train because there's something better. And you look and you see him and like, oh my gosh, that's the one I was running after? Oh no. You look at that job position that you wanted so bad and that you put in the application for, and you're like, oh, I'm qualified, but you're not qualified. But then you saw someone that got the position and see the workload is more than they can handle. You said, wow, man, I'm actually glad I didn't catch that train. I'm actually glad I missed that train, because if I got that position, it would have taken me away from time with my God, from time with my family, from time with just having a me time, because all that workload is too much. Sometimes missing that train is the best thing that ever happened to you. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Sometimes missing that train was the best thing that ever happened to you. Missing that train was the best thing that happened to you. So I want to ask you a question again. Did you catch the train? Did you? Did you catch the train? If not, be thankful. Be thankful that you didn't catch the train. It's almost like be thankful you didn't take Spirit Airline and travel to that destination, and all of a sudden Spirit Airline went closed down and you're still at that destination and now you can't find your way back home. Why? Because missing that train was the best thing that ever happened to you. Not taking that flight was the best thing that ever happened to you, right? So think about it. Sometimes you make decisions in life and you think, oh my God, oh, why did I do that? Oh, I shouldn't, oh. But then later on you look and say, wow, I'm glad I decided that. Not having that abortion was the best thing that ever happened to you. You can look at your child now, right? I was listening to, as we close, I was listening to the other day, Pat Robertson, God bless, rest his soul. Oh, I loved watching his program. He was just so sincere, so sincere. It was very nice. Never met him. His wife. We were watching them when Apostle Sampson was on the Word Network. We watched them before we come on, and it was just, oh, it's so nice. They were so pleasant people to see on the television. So he was sharing his testimony, and he was talking about a woman that she was pregnant, and she went to have an abortion. And then when she went into the abortion clinic, the doctor said to her, no, I'm not gonna give you that abortion. I think you should have this child because there could be greatness with that child. And the woman stopped and she thought for a second and she's like, oh my gosh, should I really, and then she decided, okay, she's gonna leave. And he was telling the story, and he said this woman could have gone to other facilities and other places and try to get that abortion for that child. But then that woman decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna go through it, and I'm gonna have that child. And he's the product of that. He was a child that the mother went to have aborted, and the doctor said, nope, I'm not going to give you the abortion. You're gonna have to keep this child of this greatness. And he didn't say whether the doctor was a Christian or not, but goes to show, like, look at that. His mom made that decision. You know what, let me keep this child, and look, he became a great man of God. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes some decisions that you make, and you may say, oh my God, I should have did this, and it's this instead of that. But in the outcome, you said, you know what, it was the right decision. It was the right decision for me. It was the right decision for my family. It was the right decision that we made. So here that goes into, don't live in regret. Don't live in regret. Be thankful. Be thankful that you didn't catch some of the trains that you were supposed to catch. Be thankful that you didn't run after that train, right? Because you sat on it, you got comfortable, you have to get up, and you have to start your life all over again, right? You have to do things all over again. So be thankful the decisions that you made. So I'll leave you with this one scripture here. Philippians 4:6, the Amplified translation. The Amplified Bible says in Philippians 4:6, Amplified Bible says, do not be anxious or worry about anything, but in every circumstance and situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, continue to make your specific requests known to God. That's what we have to do. When you run, don't run after the train. Did you catch a train? Don't run after it. Lay before the Lord. Say, God, this is what I desire. This is what I have. Let me be thankful for the little things. Let me be thankful for what happened. Don't be anxious about it. Don't worry about it. You missed the train. You get, oh my God, I can't believe it. No, don't worry about it. Don't be anxious about it. Why? Because there's a next train behind you. There's a better thing behind you. Something greater. God got a better blessing for you. Just be thankful for what you have. So be thankful. Be thankful that you missed that train. Did you catch a train? I hope some of you didn't. Some of you don't need to get on that train, right? Amen. That's all I have for you today. I want to thank you all for watching, for being a part of Vessel of Hope. Did you like, love, and share? Don't forget, like, love, and share. Share. Let me pray for you before we go. And I thank you all so much for always being diligent and consistent in following Vessel of Hope. Okay, let's pray. Lord, I thank you for your people. I thank you that you continue to keep them, continue to bless them. I thank you, Lord God, as we ask the question, did they catch that train? I hope for some of them that they didn't, Lord, because missing that train was the best thing that ever happened to them. Missing that relationship, missing that opportunity was the best thing that ever happened to them, because you had something greater in store for them. I thank you as you're going to keep your people and bless them in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I see you all here next week at Vessel of Hope, and be on the prayer line tonight at 7:45, 8 o'clock as we celebrate and we magnify Jesus some more. Love you. Mwah. Bye now. See you all.